Well, he's gone from Brownsburg to the big leagues, and last week a trade may bring new life to his professional career. Bill Benner has more in this week's Inside Indiana Sports. Bill.
Gary, thanks. And after 6 seasons of more ups than downs on the mound with the team that drafted him, the Washington Nationals, Drew Storen is headed north of the border to the Toronto Blue Jays, who should be a strong World Series contender again this year. And Drew joins us on the program. And Drew, welcome. Great to see you as always.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Your reaction to the trade? I mean, this is a big deal.
Yeah, it was very exciting. You know, you never know where you're going to go. So when I got the news I was going to Toronto, I was really excited because I know how good that team is. I know how close they were last year. And fortunately, they need help in the bullpen, and hopefully I can provide that.
Yeah, they were the American League East champions this past season. You were at Washington. That was the team that drafted you. You were there 6 years, and you had some really standout moments. Was it difficult to contemplate leaving?
Yeah, I mean, you know, wasn't really my choice, but you know, it's exciting because it's change, and to check out another organization, get around another group of guys. For me, I think the biggest thing I'll miss from Washington are the guys. We had a great clubhouse there, even through our ups and downs. You know, we always stuck together, and everybody had each other's back, and that's something that I really take away from that place.
Going from the National League to the American League, new ballparks, new experiences, and the presence of the designated hitter, which is certainly a new dynamic.
Yeah, no doubt. It changes bullpen dynamics quite a bit. You know, in NL, if a starter gets pulled early, they're going to double switch, and there'll be a couple bench guys in there, but you know, they're going to stick with the same lineup, and you know, it's going to be very interesting, especially in the AL East. Those are some smaller ballparks, and you know, they got some big bats. So it's you know, hopefully I can keep my strikeout rate up because I don't want to be finding too many barrels because those balls you don't get back.
Toronto begins training camp where and when?
We start February 21st in Dunedin, Florida.
And what are you doing? You live here in Indianapolis during the off season. How do you prepare, or how do you maintain during the off season?
You know, usually the first 3 weeks is just decompress. You let your body kind of catch up to you, and that's usually when you're the most sore, honestly, because it's throughout the year you're just going and going and going. So you let your body decompress, and then it's a matter of strengthening and balancing, and you know, and just preparing for the grind. I always compare our bodies to a NASCAR. You know, we're going to look really pretty going into spring, but by the end of the year we're going to be duct taped together, and you're just trying to get to the finish line.
Kind of the backstory too, and you were having a tremendous year with the Nationals this past season. You had saved 29 of 30 games, and then they brought in Jonathan Papelbon as the closer and moved you to the setup man. And so was that kind of the moment where you knew that I've got to find a new place? Yeah,
I mean, it was frustrating, and it was going to be the first time in my career I was going to be able to go start to finish and close, and I was really excited for that opportunity. So I was clearly disappointed when they brought him in, but that's kind of the trend you're seeing nowadays with bullpens is they want multiple closers down there, which isn't always what you want, you know. And for me, it increased my workload by a ton. And so you couple that with us kind of struggling and the Mets making the moves that they did, and they started playing better. I was throwing about every day when I had, you know, so I'd gone from being really fresh and feeling really good to kind of grinding.
Yeah. What's the mentality of a closer? I mean, that's the game's on your shoulders.
Right. The mentality is just to minimize the game. The game is really only as big as you make it. And the second you get caught up in worrying about a result, you know, it's like golf, right? If you sit there and go up to a hole and say, I better not hit in the water here, where are you going to hit it?
Yeah, that's
you
right.
know, and if I go into a one-run game and I say, if I give up a homer here, it's tied, I might as well just ask for another baseball.
Real quickly, you were part of the Brownsburg triumvirate. Lance Lynn, Tucker Barnhart, also both in the bigs. I mean, that was a phenomenal run there for Brownsburg back when you were in high school.
Yeah, it's very cool, and it's still weird to see those guys and play against them in the big leagues, and it's special to think about that. We were all just playing out in Brownsburg, and you know, I'm so happy for their success, and you know, really hoping for Lance to have a nice, healthy recovery.
And for those who don't know, Drew's the son of Mark Patrick, who's now retired with his wife Pam. They're living down in the mountains of, so
yeah,
good life.
Yeah, they're loving it. They're loving it down there. They're grandparents now, so their dad's softened up.
All right, well, Drew, we appreciate you. We appreciate you making the time. Best of luck in Toronto this year, and we'll be watching.